Alrighty, guys. So I want to talk about this for one quick second. Bear with me. This is just my thoughts on the matter at hand, where we at right now. So, as you clearly see, I got a picture of Black Superman, and maybe Bruce Wayne a little bit. Who knows? But my question I want to ask to all of y'all is right now is the Batman. Well, no, no, you know what? Fuck it. The Batman has his own universe right now. That's coming out first. Is Black Superman, the Black Superman film, set in the Batman universe with Robert Pattinson? Um, I believe it is. I believe it is. You gotta remember, Bad Robot is also JJ's company. You also gotta remember too, Matt Reeves is very cool with JJ. Matt Reeves done Cloverfield under JJ's banner. They know each other. They're familiar with each other's work. They love each other's work. I think they can probably work together. Plus, I know JJ's not directing it, but the company, you get what I'm saying. So, and it works better because now JJ and all of them are in their own little universe. Now, the Batman is already set as a time period film. I don't know when. I don't know if it's the 80s. Don't know if it's the 90s. Just know it's set in a time period. Another thing too about um, the Superman film, they announced it's also set in a time period too, which could be the 80s, the same time frame as the Batman. Because reports are coming out with that. Now, if you want my opinion, what what would I do? What would Johnson do? Honestly, they'd already fucked it up to this point. But you know what? Let me because this is what I would do. First thing I'll do is continue with the Batman because that's already getting good stuff, like good praise for it. Not saying the film is going to be good, but the way it looks, the way it's shot, the way it comes off, like that Seven film that came out many years ago, people love that. So let's keep going with that direction. I would have Black Superman, set in that universe for many reasons. Because you could tell DC, excuse me, Warner Brothers want their own universe. They want their own universe so they can be different from Marvel. They're not going to follow Marvel's formula per se. They're going to do it their own way. And I believe this way is probably best for them because now it's set in a different time period. It's set in a different universe where they can play with, even though they're better off doing it in the present day. But I guess they said we can set it in a different time period, get away with a little bit more, do what we want to do, etc., etc. If that's what they want to do, by all means. Do I agree with it? I do not. I'm on the fence of they should change it up, but like I said, it is what it is. However, though, um, I would set it in the same universe because the Batman, or excuse me, the Black Superman needs all the help he can get because if they're doing a Clark Kent, which they should do Val Zod, I think they should do Val Zod. I really think they should just do Val Zod. I think Val Zod is probably a easier take for them to do. He's a different Superman, a different character. You can play with that. It's not really too much comics with him, so you have that freedom to do what you want with him, and I'm okay with that. And I think that's probably best for everybody. You can still have Superman set in the Snyderverse, that's Clark Kent, but you also say, you know what, we can always do a multiverse or crisis down the road, so we can have another Superman from another universe, just different name. You can have Clark Kent in there, but you can make him an evil Clark Kent, a different version of Clark Kent compared to the version we get in the Snyderverse, which you can play with. That's what I'm saying. As a DC fan, if you're a fan of the material, which Warner Brothers and them are not, they will play with that, but they don't care for that type of stuff. No, they do. Hell, if I was them, I say, you know what? Let's not touch Clark Kent. Let's make this Val Zod Superman Superman for now. And guess what's going to happen? DC Comics will have to follow suit. Granted, it's going to push Clark Kent to the back, but if you want to really say, you know what, let's make our own thing, just do it with Val Zod. Don't make a black Clark Kent, because what's going to happen is if that film is successful, which I don't think it will be, but let's say it is, that means all the other Superman comics we're going to get, guess what's going to happen? He's going to be black. Instead of being like, you know what, let's put this character on the shelf for right now. Snyder already did his little thing. Let Snyder do his two little Justice League films. Once they are done, and once we're done with our little universe, we'll go back to Clark Kent our own way. And we'll play with him our own way. We'll do it our own way. We'll have more freedom to do it this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And we can have a lot more fun with it. But we can put him on a shelf because I think the fans are tired of that Clark Kent story, which they kind of are. I mean, Val Zod is a different Clark Kent. I'm not Clark Kent, but a different Superman where they can play with. He's a black Superman. You can play with some of those black tropes that's going on in America, like literally a black man saving people around this time frame. Okay, but he's not Clark Kent. He's somebody else. They don't like that. So okay, like there's so many stories with that, but you're not trying to do the Clark Kent story, because now if you do a Clark Kent, you're pretty much doing a Clark Kent story. Fell from Earth. Fell from Krypton. Da da da. Get adopted. We already seen that. Just do a Val Zod story, which is totally different. It's way different. Just play around with it and just say da 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 da. Have an evil Clark Kent around too. And there's so much I would do, which I'll discuss this down the road. What I would do with Val Zod, a Black Superman film. It may not come out as coherent as other people's things, but I'll show you what I would do with a Black Superman. It's gonna take me some time too, because again, I don't know. It's just Val Zod's a little bit different from me, so I'm gonna make my own original story with him, and I'm gonna take some some things from certain films that came out years prior and play with that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, what do you guys think? Do you think Black Superman is set in the Batman universe, set in the same universe as the Batman? What do you guys think? I think it is. I think they are going to try to connect these two together. Honestly, if the Batman's successful, they will connect it. And I would not be surprised if they change that Black Superman film to be his own film, to have another team up film. I would not be surprised. But as always, like, subscribe, peace, have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.